Hello everyone. Today we are visiting Evans Elementary School. This is home to the 5th and 6th graders of Albertville, Alabama. We have with us Prince Eric. Here we have Miss Royster's classroom. Let's see. Oh, there's Prince Eric. Let's see. Oh, there she is. There's Miss Royster doing the work. I'm going to interview her and get some key details of being a tech-savvy teacher. Here we go. Today, I'm here with Miss Dusty Royster from Evans Elementary in Albertville, Alabama. She teaches 5th grade special education. She has been teaching for 6 years.
6 years.
Okay, 6 years. And today she is going to tell us a little bit about how she integrates technology in her classroom with her students. So, Ms. Royster, the first question I have for you is, what are some ways that you integrate technology into your school curriculum?
Okay, I use a couple of different technologies. One of the main ones that I use is called MobyMax. It's a website that I found. It is a K-8 curriculum, and it helps you find and fix learning gaps. So I may have a child that can read sight words, and I can get that child to work on sight words, whereas I may have another child who's learning to identify the main idea and supporting details. I can put them on reading stories, and then I can go back, look and see how they did, progress monitor to see what they missed, and it will actually show the question on what they missed. And then I can also print out a report that I'm able to use at the end of the school year to help me write their IEP and set a goal for the next year. So I really like to use MobyMax. It has reading, it has math, it has science, social studies, early reading, so a lot of great tools. And there's a free version, which is what I have. Then there's also a version that's $99 for the school year that gives you a little bit more in-depth information. You can actually set goals that are related to the Common Core curriculum standards. So I could assign a standard to a child and have them work on that standard, and it would help me progress monitor and show a little bit more information with the paid version than what I get with a free version.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
MobyMax is a great tool, but I also have a few others that I use as well.
Okay.
But like I said, MobyMax is the main one. Another one I like to use, I have some students that are reading sight words and haven't learned to read yet. And their IEP goal might be something like recall details in a story and name characters and the main idea of a story. So I like to use Storyline Online. I will use my iPad or my Chromebook and pull those up, and they will listen to a story. Then after the story's finished, I just have that child tell me what the story's about. I'll just tell them that I don't know that story. You know, can they tell me what that story's about, and I can just see how many details they can give me about that story, and that's from Storyline Online. I like to use that one a lot.
Yeah, that would have been a good one to have for the retail lesson plan we had to write at the beginning of the semester. How do you use technology to differentiate instruction?
Well, it goes back, like I said, I do that a lot with MobyMax, because MobyMax has all of your core subjects. And like I said, for reading, you've got your sounding out words, you've got your sight words, all the way up to reading skills informational. And they can take a reading assessment, and that assessment will kind of tell you what level they're at. And then it will build and start creating lessons for them based on that. Or I can go in and I can add what I want them to have. So that's for reading. Same thing with math. You can go in, take a math assessment, see where they're at, and it will build on what they need. They'll have activities built on what they need. And then there's also a math fact fluency, where it's just addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And again, I can go in, see what questions they got correct, which ones that they missed, and need to work on some more. So.
Okay. So if you had an English language learner, would you refer them to MobyMax?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's a great tool. Like I said, there's a lot of programs.
Okay, if you had a child with a severe case of autism, would you still use MobyMax?
I think it's good for many different students. And they think of it as a video game, so a lot of times they do like it because it's a game to them. And they do, when they answer questions correctly, this is another thing, when they answer questions correctly, they can build game time. And so they have an incentive to try to do their best to earn game time, because a lot of mine, once they finish their lesson, they say, can I check to see if I have game time?
Okay, yeah, that's a really neat thing to have. Is there any specific training that you feel would be beneficial for teacher candidates regarding technology?
Yes. Here at school, we are using Google Classroom. You can go in and set up a Google Classroom and make assignments for your students. They log into their Google account and they can do these assignments. I've had teachers that share lessons, activities with me so that I'm able to get those and kind of work on seeing what my students need in order to succeed in the classroom. You can upload videos. Like I said, you can upload your lessons, worksheets. Just put assignments out there for the students. The students log on. The students can also log on at home. But there's a lot of tools that teachers can use, and you can go as a teacher and get Google certified and actually take courses. So I think that would be, for a new teacher, I think that would be something that would be a good tool to use to learn, that would help them in the classroom and help them share with their students and with other teachers.
Okay, so like, since you do special education, with your IEPs, I guess you could share, well, not all of it, but some of it with your other colleagues?
I don't share IEPs.
Oh, okay.
Confidentiality.
Okay, well.
Yeah. I can share documentation with administration. I keep up in Google Docs. I may type up behavior documentation on a child, and I can share that with the administrators, and I can set it to private where only the administrator would have access to that information. And I can access that from, my computer at home as well. So if I need to pull that up at home, I could do.
Is Google Documents or Docs, is that something that parents could access as well? Like you could share stuff with the parents, like, oh, your son did this today? Or is that just strictly in the school system?
Each student has a Google account. So like I said, if it were a lesson, homework assignment, study guide, then yes, the student could log into their Google document and there would be a place to where the parent could see, what lessons had been completed, what had not.
Okay. Well, that is all great information to know. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
Nope, can't think of anything else.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Royster.
You're welcome.
We will be
Good luck.
seeing you soon, I guess.